Hello and welcome, and this is Japan, and we got another wrestling tier list here. I saw this one on the tier list, and I don't know if anybody's done it, but it's basically sorting an assortment of wrestlers in the Hogwarts houses. This could be interesting because it's like I think if certain people have been here long enough, they could possibly be in different houses and stuff. I might have to skip over a few right off the bat just because like, I think my brain needs to start working and trying to figure it out. But we got R-Truth right off the bat. I'm still thinking about Kane. I saw Kane first and I was like, I'm not 100% sure. R-Truth, I feel like it's Gryffindor. I mean, he's very loyal. I mean, he could possibly be also Hufflepuff, but I feel like Gryffindor works pretty well with him. Um, yeah, he just some of these are just gonna have to go by looks. It's just gonna have to be very very poignant looks. Next up, you got AJ Styles. He's just very reliable and has been around for a long time. Kind of gives me Ravenclaw vibes. Like I feel like you can trust a Ravenclaw to do a lot. I don't know why this X one here. Let's just delete that real quick because that'll give us a little extra space. That's how I'm feeling that like Ravenclaw is kind of like that way, like, and I think that works for AJ Styles being very reliable. Undertaker again. I'm gonna hold off on Undertaker and Kane. I feel like they kind of need to be in rivaling houses, but I'm not sure which ones yet. Shawn Michaels gives me another like Gryffindor vibes. I feel I don't know the show offiness. Actually, I'm gonna go with Slytherin. Like I think he's pretty cunning. I think Shawn Michaels is pretty cunning. I think that would work pretty well for him. There we go, perfect. I think Slytherin works for Shawn Michaels. This is like interesting to try to figure it out. Alexa Bliss, man, with her like the current spooky gimmick, I just feel Alexa Bliss is also Ravenclaw. Very cunning herself, very very smart. I feel like those are like the two major things that you put in Ravenclaw. I'm not 100% sure, but that's what I'm feeling. Kofi seems in most of the New Day. I'm gonna put them in Hufflepuff. They just feel like Hufflepuff. Let's put I saw Xavier here, Xavier and Biggie. They just seem like they're the perfect Hufflepuff like trio. I'm also Hufflepuff, and I feel like they have a carefree attitude, but they're loyal. Like they all have cared about each other a lot too. So I'm going there. Yeah, John Cena. I don't feel like John Cena goes anywhere other than Gryffindor. Like he is like Harry Potter, like the main character syndrome of everything. I definitely think Gryffindor works for him. Bray Wyatt, that's another one. I feel like he's pretty cunning and stuff. I feel like he kind of fits. Like I think we kind of have like a almost like form of what we think a Ravenclaw wrestler is. Maybe. Do we? It's the Viper. We have to put Randy Orton in Slytherin. I think it works pretty well for him, anyways. Kind of being that like daring type guy, and I mean he's the Viper. I mean his logo is a snake. If we don't put him in there, it kind of feels bad. Bailey is an interesting one because of how much she changes, but I think she's Ravenclaw. I think she has that smarts and like the strategy and stuff that a Ravenclaw person would be with damage control, being on her own, all that puts her in Ravenclaw. Next up, Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes seems like a very another like Gryffindor, but I feel like he's just a little bit different. I wonder if he would like slide to Hufflepuff. And I don't know if that's just like bias because I like Cody Rhodes and I am a Hufflepuff, but let's see. Let's put him in Gryffindor. I think that's fair enough. The Game, Triple H, just as his character, I feel like Slytherin also works. I mean, it just kind of works. Like I feel like those would be great partners. Obviously, they were in the ring. So I think Slytherin works for the Game. Some of these you just kind of have to go with feel, and like you guys might have like different changes, and I really guys want to hear what you guys think, because this one's just kind of more of an opinion. So it could, technically nobody's wrong in the thing, but it can go all over the place. Ravenclaw for I think CM Punk. I feel like with the same feeling, like he possibly could be Slytherin, but I feel like Ravenclaw actually is what he would slide into. That one feels like more of the controversial one. Nakamura, I mean, currently he's like kind of a heel, but I feel like Nakamura in general would be kind of a Gryffindor. Just kind of hardworking and stay fast, Yeah, I think Gryffindor works. The Latino Heat, Eddie Guerrero. I mean, you lie, cheat, you steal. That seems like a perfect like Slytherin like the generic like bad guy Slytherin. So I think he would slide into that. Next up, we got Rhea Ripley. I would love her in Hufflepuff, but Rhea seems again just kind of a master strategist. I think Ravenclaw kind of fits Rhea, and my partner would definitely like that because they're Ravenclaw, so that would work for them. Next up, we got Finn Balor. The current Finn Balor is what's interesting. Like, I feel like other times he would really kind of fall into some other areas, but Finn Balor kind of gives me that vibe that he would be Hufflepuff. Like, he seems extremely loyal, but like to the point where like he is going out there defending everybody. Even though he's a heel right now, I feel like he might be like the one person in Judgment Day that might not like be the one that splits and just kind of gets left behind. Trish Stratus. I'm gonna go a little controversial. I feel like Trish Stratus would be Slytherin. Just kind of has that feel that her characters have always been that she would kind of fit under that. Charming, stuff like that. I don't know. Slytherin kind of. You kind of like, you don't want to say Slytherin are bad guys necessarily because like obviously they don't always portray that. The major bad guy is one, so that's what people kind of say. But I feel like, you kind of have like that feel where you can do what you got to do to be on top and stuff, and I think that's kind of what Slytherin is. Becky Lynch feels like a Gryffindor also. She could also be Ravenclaw maybe, or maybe even a Hufflepuff. I think she could be one of those that could go either way. I just kind of feel Gryffindor with her. Dominic Mysterio is Slytherin for sure. He would try to get to Ravenclaw to be with Rhea, but he's Slytherin. Next up, The Miz. The Miz is another Slytherin. I feel like his mentality and stuff would work really well. Also, Ravenclaw could possibly fit there, but I think Slytherin was my first one. Now, Jimmy. Jimmy, I feel... Jimmy's kind of a hard one, to be honest. Because I think Jay is a Hufflepuff. He just kind of has that feeling. He could possibly, like, earlier in his career could have been a little different. I'm kind of, like, putting him based off of, like, most recently. I'd probably put Jimmy... What would be, like, his rival, I guess? Ravenclaw? I kind of feel Jimmy's Ravenclaw. Nah. I'm going to go Slytherin. It's really hard with Jimmy's character, because he's kind of just, like damaged goods, and I think that's just kind of his personality now, so I don't think we've really got a stretch of where he would be. Let's see, Mick Foley. Mick Foley seems like a Hufflepuff. He just seems like the definition of what people think a Hufflepuff looks like. Sami Zayn. I think Sammy goes into Gryffindor, but like surprisingly, like you would think he would have been with his best friend Kevin Owens, but Kevin Owens actually would be a Slytherin. Not because like he's a bad guy at all. It's just because like I think he's so passionate about certain stuff, like even fighting and stuff like that. It would kind of push him into like the ultra like I got to do what I got to do in the Slytherin. Now Drew McIntyre, I think, is a Ravenclaw. The way he's like, he even like tries to test people, I think it's very calculated. But obviously he's on a little bit of the deep end right now, so I think Ravenclaw kind of works for Drew. Next up, LA Knight. LA Knight seems like definitely a Gryffindor, just kind of like that. AJ Styles is actually an interesting one because not AJ Styles, AJ Lee. We already did AJ Styles. AJ Lee, she's been gone for a long time. She kind of like the mean girl personality, but to a certain extent, but also just kind of the badass. I think I'm gonna put her in Slytherin. I think I feel that works pretty well. Rey Mysterio, because he's always like a babyface, and he's just Gryffindor to the core. Paul Heyman, Slytherin. Just good on that mic, good to get what he wants. Charlotte Flair seems like the type that would be Slytherin, but like would be just desperately trying to get into Gryffindor, so she'd get Gryffindor. Because we'd like ask her, it's like, okay, we'll put her in Gryffindor. Seth Rollins, Seth Rollins seems like a interesting type. I think Ravenclaw. I think the way that he manipulates people and stuff could almost put him in the Slytherin area, but I think he would end up just kind of falling into Ravenclaw just because of some of the abilities he has on the mic. Let's go back to Kane and Undertaker. I feel like the Brothers of Destruction, just because of like, I don't know why I give them vibes of being Hufflepuff. It's like weird, but like I just kind of feel it. Like I feel it with definitely Kane. Like he definitely feels like he's the outcast because like Undertaker, obviously if they're like brothers in this thing. I don't know. I could be wrong with that. It just kind of feels like they would be both Hufflepuff. Roman Reigns, I think, would also be in Slytherin. He's just too damn good at what he does. Stone Cold Steve Austin. Man, Stone Cold is an interesting one too. I kind of feel like Stone Cold also being the Hufflepuff. He's just like he's a steadfast guy, like really reliable, and it just kind of feels like that would work. The Rock, well, Hollywood Rock might be different in what he's been playing, but I think overall Gryffindor kind of works. Tyler Breeze's character, I only know Tyler Breeze more from Up Up Down Down, and if I kind of go with that, I'm gonna go with Ravenclaw over everything. I don't know his character in WWE that well. Let's see, China. I also really don't know much about China. Kind of seems like it would be trending towards like a Gryffindor, and then Lita being like the extreme but just awesome person would be a Hufflepuff, and that's what I think. Tell me what you guys think in the comments. I think it's a little bit. Uh, I could definitely be wrong about a lot of these. It feels like some of them could have gone 50-50, but I think that's where I feel most comfortable. Some of them definitely. Still, Jimmy up there in Slytherin doesn't seem right. I'm going to put him in Hufflepuff. That's my last change. I don't know. There's just something about Jimmy not really quite fitting in that. But, like, you'd want to be in there with the rest of the bloodline, but he's just not that guy. But, yeah. Comment, tell me what you guys like. If you guys have any other ideas for videos, totally shoot some down there. We'll be trying to record a bunch of stuff and get it up during this week and next week and all that. And, yeah, just tell me what you guys want to see. See you guys. Bye.